first day sitting down. So I mean,
I think that Canada trip is right along the lines of what we talking about for real, especially when it comes to observation and I guess experience, and exposure, new things, type of
definitely
thing.
experiencing exposure. Where
I mean, you told me you came back. You told me you had all that food, all
yeah,
that good food,
I had bison,
bison and elk.
elk,
I keep remembering that.
I had duck.
Damn,
Don't
duck.
give me
That was the one I was. Cause I'm explaining to somebody. I'm like, yo, man, my brother just came back from Canada.
Bro, listen, this is
Yeah.
all I gotta say about that. Is more in this world than chicken tenders and fries. I'm not, I'm not gonna lie. It's some good delicacies out there, but we still want to eat clean the majority of the
Mm-mm.
time. But when it's time to cheat, you gotta do it big.
I gotta get to the bison burger
Nah,
joint.
the bison burger, I knew that was had to be good because the bison was good, but I knew the burger had to be something else. But Calgary was big. Their beef country is what they call it. They're not too far. They're not close enough to the sea to where all their stuff is fresh. And I learned that the Atlantic Ocean has fresher fish than the Pacific Ocean because of the temperature of the ocean. Colder
Colder,
water, you have better fish and stuff like that.
colder water. He said.
Yes, which is the Atlantic is colder than the Pacific,
Mm.
and we also have better oysters on the East Coast as well. So,
Dang, that's crazy.
but it's a whole lot of flat land hunting out there. So they got all the big bisons, all the stuff you see on Nat Geo and all
Oh,
that. So
alright.
they be in the elk. Elk is like a deer that been doing a lot of push ups.
Okay, a big joint with the horns.
Exactly. So that's why that's common out there. But it was, say the least, it was good food.
You
But
can almost eat anything, bro. Like that's the
you
weird
can,
part about food,
can.
about what food is. Like you can almost eat anything.
It's just meat that gotta get cooked, right?
Word. Most people don't. Most people be like, don't even be eating meat. I know a lot of people that don't eat meat, bro.
That's a fact. But all right, stay on track here.
Mm-hmm.
We're just gonna move into the little intro, man. Tell them how you feeling, man. What's how you been doing this week? What you got?
Man,
You got
peace
some
be. I'm good, man. I can't even
good.
complain, bro. I swear. My pops just asked me like, "Good?" He asked me, "Am I good?" every day, but I just been so like grateful, overly grateful for
Tell
like
me
the
about it.
simple shit,
Tell me about it.
like really just waking up like, oh shit, like I could breathe, I could
Mhm.
see clearly, I could hear clearly. I'm, my heart pumping. That shit be the most of it. And once I get into those, those little things, like you said, it's really the little things that matter, bro. Like them little things make a big difference to where as though the big things are easy to come by. So less of words. I've been great, bro. Moving in a clear direction.
Nice.
Um, I'm just, sticking to the plan mostly. Semester just finished up, so I ended that on a good note. So,
Got that little weight off your back.
yeah, it's
Classes, man.
definitely,
Miss,
definitely like a person just like, standing behind you, like, bro.
miss that feeling. How much more you got left? Where this set you at right now?
Inshallah, I'll be done by this upcoming May. So May 24, which is spring 24.
Spring
Um,
grad.
you know,
we
graduating with
we
a
got to turn
degree.
up for real for
Bro,
that.
I'm trying to go to Africa. I told you
Yeah,
I'm
you
trying to
tell
go
you
to
trying
Africa,
to land in
bro.
Egypt. Word.
Trying to go to Egypt for my graduation. I'll be 23 in year 24, 2024 year to 8. So I'm planning, a lot of endeavors, bro. So
Necessary. With all that being said, I skipped this segment
hmm
on my previous episode, but I did it with Brooke prior. But what's the word of the moment right now for you? It could be, and I told her the same thing. I'm like, it could be in this moment.
hmm
It could be the week. It could be this day. It could be the
hmm
week. It could be the month. It could be the
hmm
last quarter, last
right.
year. Like, what's that word of the moment for you? And I'll follow up right behind you.
If I had one word to really, I guess, put it all together and describe it, I would say vision, visionary,
Mm-hmm.
vision, or like a kind of a, you know, I had this quote I came up with a long time ago when I first started this journey. It was like, less of a dream coming true, more of a vision becoming clear. You know what I'm
One
saying?
more time. Say that one more time.
Less of a dream coming true, more of a vision becoming clear. Because when you start off as the dream, sometimes the dream aren't as detailed as you want it to be. And it'd be like, oh, my dream come true. You know what I'm saying? But the vision, it happens the closer, or the not even closer you get to, because most of the time you don't know what you're going towards. So it's the more you take the steps, the clearer the vision is getting, and then you just the man that loves walking to walk forever. So
Mm.
vision will definitely be one. And vision is energy. You can see it, you can touch it, you can obtain it. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Big Meech.
Yo, that's tough.
BMF shit. You heard
Nah,
it?
that's 30. That's 30.
Vision.
Vision.
To sum it up, vision.
Yeah,
How about you? You say you had yours? What's yours?
I think where I'm at right now. I was thinking about this earlier. I'm in and it's a bunch of different ways you can say this, but I'm gonna leave it as student. That's where I kind of been at with work. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Just trying to be a student of the game, trying to be a student at everything I'm trying to excel in. You know what I mean?
Facts. It's the only way you could do that shit, bro.
Right.
Like,
Especially when you feel like you at a standstill with some stuff.
mm-hmm.
That mean you ain't unlocking enough. That's how I feel like myself. So
Word.
you gotta go do some more research, in my opinion, and that's kind of like the phase I'm in with a lot of things. I'm just reading certain stuff at night,
Not being content with life,
not being content with life.
you know, because most people, especially after graduation, post graduation is a unique time for people to have that clarity. You know what I'm saying? And most of the time, that clarity come in two forms. It come in, ooh, I want to do more, or it's damn, this all I did, or this all I got type shit. And then that's when you get complacent.
Second
and
one
then
get deep.
that complacency determines, you know, what you gonna do what you want to do, like be a student, like you said, or you just gonna be content because you made it you made it this far, you know.
Right.
So now I like that student shit for real.
Student important, man. Like you said, it's the only way. It's really the only way to get through this stuff.
And people equate the word student with scholastic endeavors only, like school.
Oh yeah,
school,
I used to do that.
school.
I used to do that
Facts.
until it's a switch flip where instead of being taught all the time, I found out I can go learn.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like it ain't always somebody gonna be telling you what to do. When you go start doing your own research on stuff that you like, it don't even feel like you being. I mean, you getting taught in a sense, self-taught, but it don't feel like the scholastic way, like you say. Like get a little kind of open things up. Like man, so much of this world. Wow.
And you're doing yourself justice by having that. I would say a self-motivating thought, like, oh, I'm gonna go learn on my own, because then at that point you realize that you might have a different learning technique that hasn't been normal. You know what I'm saying? You learn different ways to learn. You're like, oh, damn, this is easier if I do it this way. Imagine if I was doing it. I'm gonna test it back to school. Like, imagine if I was doing this in school that way. You know, learning this way. Because some people, bro, I learn in pictures and analogies. Yeah, visual learners, to put it in simple ways, bro. So most of the time when I see something, I think I can, you know, innovate it to be my own thing. But definitely, bro, student of the game for sure.
And follow that. It's like when you find out the way you learn, that's when your retention get better. You know what I mean? You start to just hold on to it. You be able to make what you say analogies. You be able to have those analogies because your lexicon grow. You know what I mean? You see more things and hear more.
And that shit feel good, bro.
Yeah,
besides, like, I swear, when you learn some new shit, and this is what put it in perspective. Minister, he might be a junior minister. I don't even know if that's such thing, but Dr. Nuri Muhammad, he had explained, when you get a revelation as a student from a teacher, it's equal to remembering. So when you get revealed something about yourself or about anything, it's kind of like you remembering something, because I get it, and then you want to learn more about it, and now you mastered it. So you didn't never not know it. You just haven't been revealed to it yet. You know what I'm saying?
You didn't download it. We used to talk about that. You ain't download it from
the source.
Yeah, the source.
The source.
Nah, yeah, that's crazy. All right, let's do a little A2B talk.
Yeah, for sure. Back to A2B.
Back to A2B. But you know what I mean? Me and bro had a conversation about anything, so.
Nah, A2B is definitely, bro. A2B is kind of that, it's that guest room. It's that guest room that's in the house, but it's like, you know, right now we ain't really going there in a couple.
Got some boxes in
there. Some boxes in there. It ain't really a storage room yet. It ain't messy like that. But it's like more so, the door just stay closed a little bit. What's going on in there is still going on. You know what I mean? It ain't interrupted, but like,
ain't too much been added.
It's just a guest room, bro. But I definitely want to put it more prefrontal, so I can, you know, focus on different things. I know that's something that you want to talk about, you know, future endeavors with the car service and shit like that.
Oh, well, we can get right into that then. And ain't no order to these segments right now. So the exact title for it was what's your next move when it comes to these car services? Like where you see it down the line. I'll let you choose whatever timeline you may see it as.
Right now, I guess is definitely a little bit more intentional planning, because we did a lot of planning just for the sake of the business, right? Just to know what we know, we did planning for. Now, when I say intentional planning, I'm running into people that know what we do and that are coming to me with proposals or just heightened questions on how they should go about getting new cars and how they should go about if I got a car or they got a job that can get them a new car, how can they make money off the car,
Mm-hmm.
different platforms and shit like that. So, um, intentional planning would be number one, and then a subcategory would be um, expanding into college campuses, when it comes to reliable and affordable and safer transportation, kind of substituting the Uber route and then the public transportation route, solely kind of focusing on that college environment to where as though it's a more collective feeling around getting around,
Okay.
the A to B way, you feel me? A to B.
No, I hear you on that. That seemed like, from what I'm
Mm-hmm.
understanding, you mentioned Uber and something else. It seemed like a big leap.
Mm-hmm.
But I know you got predecessors of that.
Yeah.
What do you see in front of that it gets you there?
Um,
If that's in your picture
So
right now.
nah, for sure, it definitely is. But on a time, like you said, on a timeline thing, it's really on a it's on a scale. Like you said, that's a big leap, right? So it's basically it's contingency planning, and something that's more a little bit more closer to site would be kind of partnering with future technologies in the car space. So like electric vehicle chargers. I know
Okay.
that. I know
Okay.
that.
You talking more than just
Nah, yeah.
cars. You talk,
So
okay.
the whole car service. That's why, and
Right. Services.
I feel as though that industry or that space is such a big, um, profitable industry because it has so many kind of subgroups you can go tap into. Like we're
Mm-hmm.
focused on primarily with us, like first person transportation,
Facts.
right? That's just one transportation or ride sharing, So, but within that world, like I'm saying, it's a lot of different aspects you can tap into, So definitely partnerships and what's it called? Ambassadoring like certain future technologies like EV charging. Like I know Morgan just got one, and that was one of my big goals to bring them their first one. So when I went on my walk the other day, they had one already.
Where's it at?
The business building, the whole parking lot is now
Oh, they
repaved,
building it. Yeah.
and it's one right there. That's all they got is one. And I'm just looking at it, trying to see the company and all that. But getting on that type of collective,
So
partnering,
you're looking to provide charging.
provide, provide. We want to no, not necessarily, because these big companies need people to make their product work for them, type of thing. Like if people don't know their product out there, they don't make no sales. So that's where I come into play. It's in the car industry, in the car world.
Sound like
You know,
it got something to do with your degree too.
Nah, for real, bro. Because on another note, um, on the payment side, it's this competition that I've been looking into and been getting some help from this lady at my school.
Mm-hmm.
Her name is Tynesa Brown, and
That sounds familiar.
she's like the orchestrator of the fine tech and blockchain.
Oh yes,
Facts. Bro.
yes,
You get the emails from her all the time.
yes.
That's
And
why
I
you need to say your name.
failed to go to any of them blockchain Johns.
So she had put me on this XRP leisure competition type of thing where if you create this a technology to utilize the XRP blockchain, they give you they assist you. It's
Startup,
basically I had
basically.
basically startup type of job, but you basically I had like the blueprint and everything mapped out how you want it. But
All I gotta say is take that shit serious.
bro, that's what I'm saying.
Try to do something with that.
And that's mainly why I said I got to graduate first to do a lot of endeavors I need to do because
What is that? What's the XRP like? What do they call it? White paper? What's the use case of the XRP?
the utilization, like what it's used for, is basically fast transactions. So
Oh, okay.
across borders, fast transaction across borders.
Okay.
So like
So that could be like currency things.
yeah, so
Send
like if
money.
you got exactly, But sticking on a car note, bro, yeah, I just really want to make it a collective feeling around A to B because that's why if you think about why we came up with the name A to B, first off, the name A to B is just such a urban term when it comes to transportation, bro, or cars or just driving anywhere, bro. I gotta get to A to B, bro. Get me from here to where I gotta go
Get me
right now.
from A to B. Right?
You heard? No matter what I got, you mean, gotta be this, that. Excuse me. Just get me to where I gotta go, and the more comfortable that ride is, bro, the more the more value it brings to the company, bro.
Right.
So
Right.
just focusing on that. How can we get inclusion? So that's a big one right now.
That makes sense. That make me think about something I'm looking forward to, like in the near future. Is like I remember, well, something before that. I remember we had a conversation about me getting rid of both of these cars, right, and getting a clean slate.
Right.
I don't think that's the best path for me right now because Snowball just been. I ain't been seeing her like.
Yeah.
It's keeping me the hope in the faith. You know what I mean? Every reason for me not to do that, if I'm being honest, because profit's there. But I really want to step into that ad space I've been telling you about, and that's more inclusion, like you said. That's bringing communities together. You know what I mean? Putting somebody else in front of somebody else, and you don't even know if they never needed them or not. Um, I really want to work the ads into the vehicles via different tiers. So you can have a business card in there. You can have a sticker in there with a QR code, bring that person right to your site. Or you could have like a discount thing in there, to where, you know what I mean, it's a greater. I see it as a greater chance of getting a sale because, you know what I mean, it's a discount right in front of them. So I want to leave like a little gift bag, like a little goodie introduction, welcome, thank you. You know how you get in Enterprise and they got like maybe like the cleaning thing in there, and then it just be like the thing hanging in the windshield, something
some
consistent
wipes or
like
some
that.
shit like that.
Like anything, it could be anything, but
that go along, but not for nothing, bro. That all is like hand in hand with the scaling of the notoriety of the business, like how people know us. You feel me?
right.
That's the retention we was focusing on way back in the beginning, customer retention, things like that. And I said a simpler term for that to all be inclusion, bro, because we need people to buy into what we need to do too, because we don't plan to sit there and capitalize off what you want to do. It's just a simple collaborative type of thing, a collective conscience type of thing, bro. We want this, you need that. Let's work.
Let's just bring value to each other.
Exactly. Because what Wallow say?
Wallow say a lot.
You see that?
I know what you're talking
about value.
I can't recall. Yeah, no, he definitely was.
He said, if you don't bring value to value, devalue value.
Right.
He was wild.
Basically, Wallow always shut up.
He was wild. Shout out, Unc. You heard?
I'm definitely trying to bring the value though. I want to get that black front bumper painted too. Something a little closer in. And eventually, man, you know what I mean, I'm taking it easy with it because, you know what I mean, I'm just not trying to chase too much money. Like, you know how that story goes.
You don't chase the money though, bro. Like, you chase what you just said.
That's what, yeah. I'm trying to make sure I'm not chasing money at the end of the day, and I'm doing the value to value. So I'm not trying to devalue anything because I don't want to be devalued.
That shit'll last longer, bro.
Yeah. So you know what I mean, I ain't trying to rush into too much stuff. So you know what I mean, I'm just taking it from there, and then eventually when, you know what I mean, when certain cars start to get paid off and credit get back to where it mean, you know what I mean? That's when it's easier to scale because now we spent all this time doing it, going through the mistakes, then doing it the right way.
Ironed everything out.
You said it perfect. It was crinkly as hell back here. We just brought the iron right across. That was a nice clean slate for the rest of the stuff that just go right on top. So, but you know what I mean? It'll always be a need for cars. There's always been a need for cars. So,
and we already we have our foot in this industry already.
Right.
That's another just something to be grateful for. You feel me? Now we actually in it, we can kind of maneuver a certain way. You know what I'm saying? Now that we actually in it, we ain't trying to get in the door. We already in the door.
Yeah.
So
it's fortunate too that we got these platforms to where we ain't got to spend a bunch of money on marketing. Like, cause say if we didn't have these platforms, it'd be a little different. Like trying to acquire customers, like, so they kind of make it a little easy for us.
But think about when we start actually, cause I can see us actually parting ways with the platforms at a certain point, and it's
that's
gonna
down there.
Have to come to that
a little bit right here, right there. It's definitely down there.
So it's gonna have to come to the point where we gotta figure out, all right, what's a good marketing strategy, and taking everything that we came across and then using it that way. That's all learning is, bro. Like, back to your learning the word, bro. That shit is putting pieces together, bro. Effective learning is at least, effective learning, bro. So now that's definitely the collaborative sense is definitely in the future for us,
Where you see anything else out of these cars? Any specific car you see yourself wanting in the future?
Personally, I know, like, all right, context. I'm about to sit down and try to write my whole year out I'm gonna try to do that. Like I want to intentionally plan out my year. I'm gonna start minutely by quarter. You know what I'm saying? And then after I do my fourth quarter, then I think I got a year done type of shit. So even if it don't run accordingly to that, but to answer your question, I want to personally, I want a Durango, bro, before they get out of here, cause I know
You know it's coming, right?
I know it's coming, bro, and it's like,
They might hit us with an electric Durango.
bro, they already, I know they got something going on, bro, and I can't. I need that authentic OG joint. You mean it's
It's a
just
good
my
car.
style,
I
like
like, yeah,
OG.
where that's a good car.
And it's like it's considered the OG in a new world. You mean because that's still some shit, but like
That is your bag though.
that's
That the Grand Cherokee vibe.
Grand
Like,
Cherokee.
yeah,
Bro. I need an
word.
engine in my shit though, man. That
Nah,
electric
facts.
vehicle shit ain't really too hyped up to what it's supposed to be, but at least not right now. But give it some time. But I think I'm gonna just always be big
Engine.
body joint.
Yeah, I think it'd be engine modes. That's how I feel about that Maxima. I want to own that Nissan Maxima because they currently don't even make them now.
What?
The Nissan Maxima. I think this year or was it last year? It might be the last production year of the
What I got?
Nissan Maxima.
Ultimas? I got two Ultimas. They Ultimas. They not Maximas. But when you said that, it just made me
Oh yeah,
Max.
you do got two Ultimas.
Ultimas.
Yeah, they don't make the Maxi no more. I'm currently looking for one of them. I'm trying to trade my Camry in for one of them
My
Johns.
dad had a Maxima. My dad had two Maxes for. He had a black one, got rid of that, and got a. It happened in Irene. Remember when Hurricane Irene hit?
Mm-hmm.
Irene
Well, your
hit,
John got flooded out.
flooded out. She was a little low rider. He grabbed some
Them
silver
Johns,
shit.
yo, I need the silver one, black rims, black tint. Like I need the
Coming like Uncle Greg's shit, the Beamer.
Yes, bro. You feeling about
Mhm.
cars? New car smell
Mm-hmm.
with the double. They got one with a double sunroof. That's the one I want.
Damn.
Yeah,
Nah, yeah,
it's a good
facts. That
John.
shit hard.
It's a good John. So yeah, Durango.
Yeah, I need a Durango, bro. And my man's that he work in Texas now. I was telling you about him earlier.
RJ, right?
Yeah, my man's RJ. He was just that's was one of the people that was coming to me like, bro, I got this bread and shit, and
Oh, you about to? I think you about to put us into the perfect segue.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. He got this bread, and she like, bro, all right, I want. What can I do with it? Like, I want to get a car. That's what he told me.
So what you tell him?
Bro, I told him once you really get your shit right, cuz if you want to get a car, holla at me and we could do that. Because at first we have to run the numbers, what kind of car you want to get, what you trying to spend, and then essentially
Numbers.
run like that's all we gotta do. Run the numbers, bro.
That's a fact.
One time
He's talking. You talking for? He's trying to get it to rent out or personal?
to rent out. He wants some shit. He know what I know because I told him what I know as far as if he get a car for him in Texas, he might not be going nowhere for 3 days, 2 days out the week. That shit's going wherever he needed to go.
Right,
Man.
right.
So he know that much, and he know like even if he get a car, he might just want to experiment doing the ride share shit. You mean the tour, the
Right, right. You gonna fall in
transportation
love
shit.
then,
You mean yeah, right.
So let's dive into the first
Mm-hmm.
buy car tip. Like we're gonna hop into that. You said running the numbers. So
Mm-hmm.
you remember the numbers, like how we was doing it? You wanna lay that out for him?
I remember you created the Excel form that
Yeah, I love Excel.
that allows you to I think it sees your profit margin once you put in your monthly car note, your insurance, your APR on the note, and then it was one other number.
Yeah.
One other number.
I think that was it.
The day. No, it was the days that the amount of days it had to go out to cover the note.
Right. Yeah.
That was that number, and then it'll generate a profit margin for you, and that
Like,
that was the best thing at the time.
That don't get old.
That don't get old.
That don't get old.
You
I don't
know?
even think there's no better way to look at it. Like,
Facts.
yeah, like bro said, like it was essentially what it did was it just give you how many days it took for you to cover your note and your insurance, so you know at what point of the month, what day in the month, what number day in the month you're
Right.
gonna start seeing profit.
Right.
But this was minus gas. But I found a way around gas. It's like just tell the person who's renting it, just bring the gas tank back how you got it. You ain't
Right.
gotta pay for gas.
Right.
That's another tip right there.
Mm-hmm.
Gas, repairs. Repairs
Mhm.
always come. That's why I see importance now in just holding on to some bread
Mm-hmm.
at all times.
Now you
instead of
definitely
just
want to have at
spending that
least
profit, like,
what they say. You at least want to have not. I was about to say for taxes, but you just said for a rainy day type of thing. So
Yeah,
at least like half of all your at least like I put up a lot for I don't know we save different, but to have that expenses you definitely want to have some keepsake around.
definitely some keepsake because Tire gonna go flat. You're gonna always need oil changes. Um, what else? Headlight might go. I'm thinking about the little minor minuscule
Clean
stuff.
car wash,
Car
inside
wash.
out,
Yeah, if you really,
detail.
yeah, if you really getting your shit done right, you're gonna have to get the car wash inside and out.
Will smell
And then don't
good.
get no fender bender. Even though you will be insured, you're doing everything properly.
Rims,
Rims, yeah,
scratch
yeah,
up.
all the cosmetic stuff for real. That's the
hmm
little in the basic maintenance, but
It's definitely all cosmetic because when it comes to what we doing, it's more so
it definitely is all cosmetic.
it come to what it look like.
Yeah,
Cause they know they know what they inquiring for, which
That's
is
how
a car.
yeah.
They don't give a fuck who they getting it from most of the time. But then that's where we like I said, I mentioned when we talked about it last time. We prided ourselves on good relationships, bro,
Mm-hmm.
and that's a primary like action you got to do before you even think about like getting car tips, motherfuckers. You gotta just be nice to people. Not even nice to people. You just gotta be
A personal
a
person.
yeah, just be a person, bro. Motherfuckers don't be people sometimes, bro. Like people be getting too detached from reality to where as though they forget they're in that reality. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So definitely, aside from all like the like you said cosmetics, is definitely having a relationships. Because when we tap back on the relationships, we need them for certain things. Poppy with the tire, Melissa, Karen for the loan for the bank, the money. You know, we go to
Got somebody
your
with the
man's with the
go
car.
go to Key for the telematics.
T for the we just talked to bro. Like
Yeah.
key for the telematics, bro. You know, and I just got a key fob maze too. And the young
From
boy,
him?
nah, not from him,
Oh, I'm
from
about to
some
say.
from Indian bull. He put up with me like, yeah, bro. He like 18, bro. He put up with me. I'm like,
Where you find him at?
bro. I found him just cold calling. Um, what's the locks cold calling locksmiths?
Okay.
For real.
Okay.
Because remember I told you I had that situation with the
Yeah.
John, but and that's what was I just needed a new key fob. He came programmed that shit in 2.5, bro. Little key fob, dumb as hell off Amazon, probably $20. You know what I mean? He sat there and programmed it, and was like, yeah,
What, he had to plug something into the car to program that?
bro, yeah, he did some other shit. He did some light shit too. Like it was so light what he did. I'm like,
He probably a Kia boy.
bro, I'm like,
Yo, he's a Kia
yeah, he call that nigga a Kia boy.
Watch him.
No bullshit.
Watch him.
That's the first thing I thought. I'm like, bro, how can you give me a key to my car
And you not Nissan.
and you not Nissan? Like that mean y'all can, that mean whoever know how to do this shit can be demising with this information, like with this technology, bro.
That's what any technology.
Literally,
right?
bro. He just was cool enough. He like, oh yeah,
Bittersweet.
cool.
So you got a new fob.
Yeah, I got a new fob when that happened
worked?
for real. Yeah, it worked. So if you need to get the other John, the snowball, it might be worth it. They might have that shit.
Because I do need the double key because the other one is useless.
So the other one,
I can't pull up and just unlock it.
the other one don't even do it a little bit. Like
No, bro. Like
pressing it
it's
might
weird.
lock a little
It
bit.
used to have a red button that used to flash, but now it don't come on at all,
Facts.
which is crazy.
That's ass.
It is what it is. But I got another car buying tip I want to talk about. We touched on this briefly last episode, but it's how to pay for a car. So unless, and you know what I mean, it's different strokes for different folks, but I don't want to say this may be an opinionated way to buy it, but I'm gonna do what makes sense. So if you got cash, you can buy a car outright cash. I never seen the sense of doing that. Well, some people don't like debt, so I can understand that. Some people just like things outright. It's probably good. It's probably cool if I guess it really don't make a difference if you got the money because you spending it anyway. Actually, you're actually missing interest.
Right.
So if you do got the bread, I do recommend that. But in most cases, people don't have tens of thousands to be dropping on a car.
And even if you drop cash on a car, it still will be in your benefit on the back end, hindsight, to pay for it in installments because you know, like motherfucking rich people when they get like rappers when they say, "Oh, I should have leased this car if I knew what I knew now." Because
There we go.
you know,
Yeah, because it's a
deferred asset.
depreciating asset.
Asset.
What I was trying to put in front of that was immediate. Like once you drive it off the lot, literally. It's only a few cars that go up in value, but very few cars. But yeah, the way you want to buy a car and the way I was taught and basically learned was is bring the money to the table. Don't let them find the money for you.
Right.
And you do that. And it's about to sound real cliche, but you know what I mean, you go to a credit union. I know people have been hearing a lot about credit unions and things like that, but This is not this is to get a car. This is not to maximize getting hundreds of thousands in loans and whatever.
Word.
Getting people getting money for no reason. It's not one of those PvP.
You must have
things.
seen that Navy Federal shit that just dropped.
Bro, I be seeing a whole bunch of stuff, bro. It never stopped. That's why I'm like, this is about to sound real cliche. Y'all might even stop listening, but listen, please. You want to get the money. Let's just say a bank. The best type of banks are credit unions. You know what I mean? You go get a loan from them, have them run your credit once. You know what I mean? Let you know where you at, what you can get, what you can afford. You type in what kind of car you want, and they'll let you know whether you can achieve that or not. And then this allows the whole basis, the benefit of this, it allows you to negotiate now when you do go to the dealer, because now you're speaking in terms of cash. They're not trying to find the money for you, running your credit, different banks, different areas. You're bringing money to the table, and you let them know. You know what I mean? Especially when you get into like smaller little mom and pop dealers, it's a little easier to negotiate because opposed to going to these Matt Blatts and bigger dudes because they got money on top of MSRPs. I gotta get Quay on this show. Yo, Quay, I'm gonna get back to that. Quay is on the inside of the dealership. We have to have a pot with him because he knows all the money that go on top at the MSRP. He's on his way. He's trying to get his dealer's license so he can get the cars wholesale. Like Quay, my boy, he on some shit right now. Shout out my boy Quay. Yeah, we're gonna get you on here, but facts. But yeah, so you bring the money to the table and you're benefiting to negotiate. So and it saves your credit report because these credit checks they be on there for.
So what's the difference between getting your money from a credit union or a bank when it comes to?
So what I was told is these big banks, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, all your top dudes, all your publicly traded banks, they're for corporations. They are for big businesses. That's what they were designed for. But your smaller credit unions that you find, like South Jersey credit unions, specifically South Jersey, it's only in Pleasantville and I think Millville. I mean, like it's a smaller bank. Navy Federal has its advantages because it's specific. They have like niches. It's specific to people that are served. You know what I mean? So you get benefits for that. But you would just basically just have a better chance of getting more money for what your credit profile is. And the better your credit profile, the more income you can prove properly with statements. You know what I mean? You're just maximizing more. So like I said, the big banks is for corporations, but if you're not a corporation or been doing that for that long, the individual may want to go to a credit union, and that's all my point. So you could take the cash to negotiate.
And whatever and for real, good relationships. Like we keep coming back to that good relationship type of thing. Like that matters.
Always, because somebody can always push a button for you.
Always push a button for
you. No cap.
Bro. Especially like, all right, saying in terms of the money, like if you got a bank that you've been banking with since you was a kid and you're 30 years old,
that's in your benefit.
That's in your benefit. So you gotta use common sense, even though it's not common practice. You gotta use common sense. So you gotta think about, all right, how do I want to go about it? Because you know you need money to get something. It's like, all right, how I'm gonna get the money, where I'm gonna get the money from, and what is gonna make the best version of how I want to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because you can see it through, but it just might not be how you pictured it. You know what I mean? Be a better version, different version, but you gotta stick to the plan type of thing.
Word.
But so after you got the money from the the credit unions,
correct.
I figured, like, remember I told you, like, when you got got the check for the 21 bands, like, is that how they always giving out loans? Is like, it's not like it's not car loans because that was a personal loan.
Right? Nah, that was a car loan.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah,
I didn't know credit
specifically for a car. You could probably get a personal loan, but I specifically got a car loan.
So I didn't know it was a big difference between when you go to a credit union or a bank, depending on the loan.
Probably is.
You know, specification on what you're using it for.
Yeah. I mean, a personal loan is letting them know that I'm gonna use this for what my personal interest. Like, it may be a car, it may be a down payment on something, it could be anything. But a car loan specific to a car.
Because I think that'll depend on the price, how much they give you.
Right.
Like the reason you list it, and don't sit there and we not telling you to sit there and lie on your income and all that, but like. You feel me? That's not how you get more money.
There's no benefit to that at all.
Yeah, it's not. It's really just
we tried to cut corners and do that dumb shit.
That's when I realized cutting corners is don't do shit, bro. Don't do shit, bro.
It ain't doing nothing but cutting you back.
Cutting you back, fucking somebody else's shit up, if not your own, and trickling down.
Most of the time, your own.
Yeah, trickling down is gonna affect you anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like now, like I said about the Navy Federal shit that just came out, they was already blacklisting people enough. So when people start lying on their shit and start bringing that more awareness to, oh, niggas is lying on they debt to income ratio, lying on they income statements and all that shit. Oh nah, now we definitely gonna restrict y'all because now y'all really wilding when we was already not giving y'all shit.
And yeah, they're gonna make it harder to get now too.
So it's definitely about them connection and relationships, man. And keep reading, bro. Niggas need to read some more, bro. Like, that's a big one. There be a lot of shit going on that just be passing y'all right by. Like, I hope y'all looking at this shit because it's happening in real time, bro.
Shit can get deep there.
For real, bro. All this shit is happening in real time, bro. That nigga Leonardo da Vinci said,
The actor.
no, Leonardo da
Da
Vinci.
Vinci.
He's the.
I'm like, yo, what bro talking about?
That's
I ain't
crazy.
never heard him
'Cause
say
that
nothing.
nigga name really Leonardo DiCaprio.
Cabrio, yeah.
That's funny. But nah, Leonardo da Vinci, he was like a what do they call it?
He was the dude with the arms, the thing that was out.
He's a
Astrologist.
scientist. He's a scientist, type of philosopher, type of
Mm,
artist, type of guy. They call him a pilot polymath most of the time.
Mm.
Polymath just means multi-talented, multi-engaged type of thing. And what he said was, study the science of art and study the art of science. Learn how to see and your vision to be clear, type of thing. Like learn how to see. Like if you really like that's why when we break these things down, it sounds like you said cliche and so simple. Like I know this shit, but bro, learn how to see what's going on. Like it's a lot of things going on, but you watching it, you're not actually seeing and depicting and deciphering and breaking down in your brain what's going on. You just getting projected what's going on.
You're not making it simple.
You're not making it simple, bro. Like
it's great. I was just having this conversation about the industry I work in. Like, it's so much information, so much different jargon, and then when you first
construction management.
yeah, construction industry
Construction.
period, not even just management.
Mm-hmm.
It get like even finer, more detailed than the management aspect of it. But when you step into it, it could be so overwhelming. But then once you start learning stuff, like you start realizing these two words mean the same thing, and you could just pick one now. It's just like it becomes so simple. Like, it becomes the simplest, most common shit since ever. But you're in another aspect. You got any more car tips?
A car tip. If you going,
this is specifically car buying tip, but
car buying tip, nah, for sure. If you plan on to go in buy a car, it'll be in your best interest. If you plan on buying multiple cars, it'll be in your best interest to buy them.
Oh yeah, you about to
relatively within the same 30 days.
Window
to give you the advantage on your credit report because it doesn't show up until 30 days. So you have that window to kind of, I want to say do whatever, but you want to kind of optimize that time, that window to your benefit, So like I say, I bought 2 cars in probably like in 1 week type of thing because I knew what I wanted to do. I knew the rules. You know what I'm saying? You gotta know the rules first.
like you said, you ain't coming ignorant.
Yeah, niggas bitch be, all right, I want to do this and going and thinking it and get mad when they can't do it because nigga, you don't know the rules to this shit first. So once you sit down and be like, all right, this is what I want to do, find out the rules to that shit, to what you about to do, then go do it your way because it's like it's a like a pause. It's a sandwich. Like, all right, it's the bread your way. But the meat, everything in between is the rules. The other way is the way you want to do it, and it's solidifying everything, and then you just go about your whole thing. The sandwich is complete. But for sure, like buying multiple cars, if that's the intention, buying them within the same 30 days, so that way it doesn't report on your credit. Is it as a law? I mean, as a what? As a
no, I mean as a account,
right?
Essentially, so that first car you get, it's not gonna be in your account until 30 days. So therefore, when you go get the second car, like you never got a car, you still got the same credit report image.
Because he mentioned that it depreciates. So if that depreciates, I guess your credit score essentially goes down because they're in.
What? That's a good point you made. What does that actually do when you get?
You get a car because, like you said, it's an account, an extra account.
It's another account and another hard credit check.
That's what it is.
The main thing.
That's what it is. Credit checks.
So you want to. The idea is like not to have a lot of credit checks in a short amount of time periods.
And back to your piggybacking off your shit. That's the benefit of coming with the bread because at the dealerships they.
And them shits out like Uno cards, 7 jumps.
They get right at you. They start hitting you like that.
They gonna find whoever to get you that
bro,
that car loan
in real time. Like I had the Experian app, so in real time that shit's in your credit.
I ain't never see that before.
8 times, and like, so they went to the back, bro. They like, we be back. That shit was like ping, ping, ping. Yo, come back. What's going on? They like, nah, don't worry about that. That's this, that, and third.
Nah, fuck that.
Yeah.
Mind you, they lied to my man's face, yo. They was like, we about because we specifically asked them. I'm like,
Don't run
bro,
my
yo,
shit.
pick one
Oh
person.
yeah.
If it don't work, it don't work. If it work, it work. They went back there and was like, but here go the ignorance thing you was talking about. Like we had the Experian app up.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody else would don't even know what Experian is. So it's like they'd have never knew this happened. Just would have been glad they got the car. And next thing you know, they paying $800 a month for this car because
Crying.
the interest rate is 15%. So,
Word.
but yeah, they gelled off, bro, which I did not like. But that was a good car though. It just happened to bang out.
So to sum that up, my point to sum my tip up, it would be utilizing that 30-day window you have when it comes to hard credit checks, showing up on your report or your statement for the month.
Right.
So that's a good tip. I'm trying to think of another tip for real as far as car buying.
The end of the month, John.
Oh yeah, cars.
I don't
peak seasons.
Not peak, but quota period. So I don't know. It kind of felt like when I did this, that's how it went because it seemed like, bro, I was trying to. No. I asked him. Yeah, he was like, yeah. So I guess it's the commission based thing when it comes to selling cars, but they can get a bonus if they hit a certain amount by the end of the month. So they're going to be more urgent towards the end of the month because they're trying to meet that bonus quota. So that means they're going to kind of do, and it can get iffy though. They're going to do what it takes to sell you that car, which is what you got to watch because sometimes they might do things that's not in your favor.
Yeah, sometimes their quota might be low as hell. They just trying to get one
just trying
for the month, and they won.
Blast them out, yeah. But you could use that to your advantage, especially if you got a car. That's where some good negotiation coming in. Like, yo, I know you probably got a little quota you want me. You know what I mean? Come on, just, you know what I mean? Work with me. Drop this price for me a little bit. You know what I mean? We both win in this situation.
Do you remember the nigga that it sounded like him? The nigga that was trying to sell us the car. I don't know if we was at the same dealership. I think we still at Patriot Autos, but it was the old black guy.
Yeah,
came
eating a sandwich.
Eating a sandwich in front of us, cuz trying to get us a deal. We thinking he you heard? Cool. We thinking he cool. This nigga waxed me also on the price of the car, trying to really get his commission, bro. And he might have been a nigga, but like, oh, just get one this month if you can. And he was really trying to get his one.
It was like, slow in there.
Slow as hell. Like,
we ain't even get no car from there, right?
We ended up getting a car from the same place though. So we was just on some dumb shit because we should have been got the message like this is not where we need to be.
Wait, what you mean?
That was from Patriot Autos. That nigga,
that was like Auto One or something like that. Way out, it was like a Spanish lady that sold us.
Yeah, that's why
car.
I know, but I thought we had that guy. I thought we had him first.
Nah, we slid. We left from him. Nah.
Oh, all right. I'm
glad was jacking him after that. Nah,
he was blowing my shit.
Yeah, that ain't work out.
Cause he wasn't giving no good impressions off, like.
But and this is back to doing good business and you know what I mean, just being personable. Like, how you gonna try to sell something to somebody while chewing your food in their face? I don't know. It was just weird to me, but.
And then that's the
he lost his self.
Yeah, he don't get. That's good business. That's another. You attest that to everything you go through, bro. It's a lesson. You feel me? Because at the end of the day, that's bad business. I know I'm not gonna do that. I've been through that before I sat down with him. But I know now there's people out there like that don't think before they do shit, bro. Why are you a car dealer eating at all while I'm in this motherfucker?
Yeah, why you got a client at your
I got a client at your desk, bro. That shit, I can't even fathom.
You should be offering me something to drink or eat. You know what I mean? Like, that'd be.
He really might have. That's still dirty. Like, you want some of this? You want to bite this shit? Cause nah, get on my face, bro.
Listen to this. It's a little topic. I'm at the bar before we hopped on the flight to Houston, right? Because our John got delayed. So there's this dude sitting next to us. He's coughing all crazy, bro. Fries all in front of him. He's leaving, going to the bathroom, coming back. Fries unattended. He's like drunk. He got the nerve to get up and ask us if we wanted his fries when he said.
Ew.
Andrew looked at it. He was like,
ew.
Like, yo, you know damn well we don't want those fries. He was like, that's fair.
He
said that's fair.
Knew he was wrong.
Yo,
that's
word.
Fair, but no, niggas be like, bro, there's so many people like that in the world that just. And this is a I don't want to say it's a good thing or a bad thing, but it's just the way things are now when people suffer from so much individualism and then not enough individuality at the same time. Like, you feel me? People identify with themselves a lot in certain times and then disconnect themselves from reality a lot of times, because at that point, why would he even think somebody else would want that? Right? We're gonna stay on him. I'm just staying on him. But why would he think somebody else would want that? I can know he don't even understand where he at in his own body to know that nigga nobody else
That wasn't
wants that.
even right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's not
that's
even,
that.
bro. Come on now, bro. It's so simple, but it's like, bro, come on now, bro. So like, yeah, motherfuckers be identifying with the wrong things, and then that in turns leads you in a situation like that, bro.
Yes.
You
Fucking
drunk and shit, man.
yeah. Let's tie it back to these car buying tips though. But
I'm trying to think of another one because well, which was a special case when we bought the accent off of Marketplace, Facebook Marketplace.
what's your tip with this, John?
Um,
That shit still haunt me.
because at that point, that was intentional as well, because we were like, all right, we got capital. We don't have enough to go finance some shit. We really not trying to go do another. We're not trying to go through another car buying process. So we're like, okay, how can we acquire cars? Period. Like, all right, well, now it's like our Craigslist type of shit, Facebook Marketplace. Old people, need cold calling old people and shit like that. But Facebook Marketplace, the process was a little extensive as far as talking to the nigga, going through. He trying to be a fake car dealership. You
Oh,
feel
at the
me?
crib at nighttime. Remember? Was you
Yeah,
there or was
bro.
it just drove there?
I didn't come. I was on the phone with you. You had to go pull all that
Yeah.
bread out the ATM
No, 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 no. Yeah, when I went to go, I bought the car with Jove, not
that
with
day.
you. Yeah.
Yeah, nigga pulled like 10 bands out the ATMs. Like, I'm about to go down to Jersey and do this. Oh no, he was in Jersey, I think, already. He was at
Yeah, I
the
was in
Federal.
Jersey. Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna go take this bread out and go buy this car with West Bumblefuck. You heard? I'm gonna work. He wasn't near the hood for real. He was out the way. Like,
He, I realized that's what he did. Like he sold cars. The sale was valid. I think the tip here is like, just make sure the car is eligible for the rental platform before buying that junk. That's where we messed up.
I forgot that was and that, like you said, that's a lesson learned, bro.
Yeah, we missed out on some bread not doing that due diligence.
Lesson learned.
Car was
bro.
just too old. Like,
So contacts, we bought a 2012,
13, I believe.
2013 Hyundai Accent. You mean
Cream seats.
cream seats, baby blue exterior. Shit ain't no dents or nothing on it. Shit.
Bro, it was a clean car. I can also provide another tip. Don't get no cream seats. Don't get nothing super pretty. Keep it basic on the inside.
No grandma shit. Bro.
Yeah, this joint gonna start getting dirty. People gonna neglect the V. Like they gonna neglect that V. So you gonna want black. I recommend black. Not even black. Just basic shades. Like nothing fancy unless you in that luxury space. You know what I mean? That's a whole different ballgame.
Or unless you already got that shit, you can't.
Yeah. Word. But
Seek
that's a
cars
tip
and
going into seeking the type of car. And another tip, I didn't want to cut
No,
you saying something.
no.
And another tip I can throw out there is hybrids, bro.
Oh yeah,
Not the full electric. I'm talking hybrids. I'm a fan of that Ionic hybrid, almost a 600 miles per gallon. 600-gallon tank with like 75 miles per gallon on the highway. And it's just you
so
can't
efficient.
beat it.
Yeah, you can't
efficient.
beat that
and that'd be the #1 review. Like, yo, this car is so efficient. I love it. It's good on gas. I'll drive it again. And this and that and this. But definitely look into a hybrid if you're doing strictly, even for your personal.
Nah, for real.
It's just hybrid is just a good car.
And I learned a lot of tips and tricks for my personal shit through doing this business shit. You mean? And that's the best. That was one of the best things about going through this shit. We was protected by the business when it came to the faults of our lessons. You know what I'm saying? Like, we wasn't really asked out when shit happened to us because we knew we was protected by that wall. You know what I mean? That LLC we had and shit like that. But watching that shit happen, you can, like you said about the learning shit, this shit go full circle, bro. The first word you said, learning. You learn to like not touch the stove. You don't got to touch the stove to get burnt. You don't have to be burnt or to touch the stove to know it's hot. Sorry.
There we go. Yeah.
You have to touch the stove to know it's hot. You know what I'm saying? You see all that shit happen. All right, I'm not going to do that shit no more. Right. I'm not doing that shit at all. You know. So that was definitely a good thing going through this process.
Need it, man. We live and learn.
Live and learn. Live and learn. Lesson or a blessing type of thing. But as far as car tips, I don't think I got any more car buying tips.
Yeah, I'm trying to. If you want to provide some other tips, go for it.
Um,
Any
Nah,
tip?
you just want to be proactive when it comes to this business of service because it'll only make your life better, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you don't want to be reactive in this sense because that shit gonna cost you a lot of bread,
Yeah,
a lot of
yeah,
overhead
yeah, yeah.
costs,
That's a
bro.
fact.
You feel me? So just taking the right precautions first, so that way, when it's time that shit do fuck up, you got leeway, you got breathing room to get back on your feet. You know,
Mm-hmm.
you ain't just getting punched while you on the ground, bro.
Right,
You can,
quicker turnarounds.
nah, for real. So, um,
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool on tips. Dang, I missed where I wanted to go next. What was you just talking about? Here we go.
mhm,
Let's give him like a current update on
mhm,
what our rental car is
mhm,
doing. So, um, mine is currently in a this holiday period. I believe has been treating me pretty well. This is something I'm not going to take too much heed to. I know I said I'm not going to trade the car right now because it's doing so good,
mhm.
but let's see how consistent this is after the holiday season's over.
And I thought you said that thought because it was mainly for the red car. Like, they waxing you on
That
that
too,
shit.
that
Yeah,
too, that too, and you definitely right about that.
yeah.
That's a fact. I'm definitely getting waxed over there. A snowball is actually affordable.
Mhm, mhm,
Definitely getting waxed over there, but I'm trapped.
mhm. Between a rock and a hard place type of thing.
Yeah, let me tell you what the trap is, and then I'll get back to my original what I was about to say. But the trap is my negative equity in a car versus my credit right
What's negative equity?
now. So the difference between what you owe on the car and what the value is. So if I owe 30,000, but the value of the car is only 10,000, that
Mhm,
negative equity is 20,000,
mhm.
which is not in my advantage at all, like at all. Um, but yeah, I'm in between, and I'm trapped because all right, it's hard for me to trade it in because there's so much negative equity, and because that negative equity then rolls into another car. So you know, what I mean, you never get rid of the negative equity unless you just pay it. It'll always be with you if you get new cars. And another trap is not only the credit aspect is like interest rates are high. So if we take the negative equity on top of a new car with a oddly high interest rate, it's just not going to be worth trading in. I'll probably end up paying more than what I'm paying now.
Mhm.
And what bro said earlier about working the numbers, that's something I'm just looking at with cars, like just trying to make the numbers make sense. So if I do roll over some negative equity, I won't be going backwards. I'll be going into a forward situation.
Is that dependent on the market essentially, rather?
Yeah, the market and my own personal credit.
Right.
More the market right now because interest rate, everything's inflated when it comes to
Mhm.
interest. It's not odd, but it's not common.
Mhm.
We're definitely in an inflationary period. But on a good news with that, like mortgage rates just came. I believe it just came. It went from like seven
It
point
was at
four
seven.
down to
Yeah, it was at
7.
seven.
It's
It was
about
at 7.4.
all right, and I think it's at 7 now, and we might be on our way under 7, which is about the housing values is about to shoot through the roof. Like people about to start gaining a little equity, and a lot of people about to
Mhm.
start refinancing, and like we might be in that the stock market is on a
Mhm.
tear right now. Like,
What you think? What you think about that? I want to get your thoughts on that before we get up out of here. Like, they say recession this, crash that. What's your?
I mean, we was in it. It
Are
wasn't
we?
formally announced, but the market was down. Like it was a correction. Like the market was down
You're
twenty
saying
percent.
was. So are we not still in it? I believe we're still in it.
I
Even
believe we're
though.
still in it, but we're not at the low point anymore.
Oh no, for
I can
sure,
say that.
for sure. So what do you think about like when they tell you to look this way, but something's really going on that way? Like,
I'm looking both ways if I
right.
cross the street. You heard?
Word
I'm
up,
looking both
good.
ways. Hey, you tell me not to look one way, I'm gonna look that way first, and then I'm still look
First,
the other way. Like,
for real, bro.
nah, no cap. But yeah, like it was at a point where I'm buying stocks because they at a low, and now it's
Mhm,
like, all right, I'm about to hold on to my bread
mhm,
to start to slip again. Because
mhm.
now it's like we pulling out of that 20% correction, moving up, and when you start looking at the numbers, like I was just listening to Market Mondays, like Apple 58% on the year,
Mm.
Nvidia almost 300% on the year. Nvidia went crazy.
No,
Like
yeah, video
Nvidia
been going
went
crazy.
absurd. I think Amazon up like 60% on the year. So even though we had that correction overall in a year, like these companies are still performing, doing some decent numbers. So you just got to catch those opportunities. But
Hmm.
the government didn't formally, what's his name, Powell, he didn't formally announce a recession. So it's like I don't know. I don't know what can trigger a recession
Somebody
now.
just stepped down. I don't know who it was. Not to get. I thought that's when you said Powell. I thought it was Powell. but I don't think it was power that you just said his name so frequently. But one of them niggas just stepped down in them big financial positions.
I think Charlie Munger died.
Um,
You know who that is?
cause his man's right.
Yes.
Yeah, his
Yeah,
man's
yeah,
and
yeah.
shit.
I
Nigga
think he
had
died, bro.
nigga had bills around. You heard?
Nah, yeah, multiple.
He had bills.
A
Around.
bill ain't nothing to him.
He had bills around. I want to know his name.
You talking about Warren Buffett? Is
Warren Buffett.
Buffett
Yeah,
is
that's what I'm
business
talking
partner.
about.
But
Folks.
I'm listening to Market Mondays. The most recent one, he was like, "Rest in peace to Charlie Munger." I'm like, I ain't even seen no notification for that, bro.
But that shit popped up on my Apple News top
I
story.
ain't even see none of that.
Because it was around us. It was he died after cuz withdrew all them shares from him, took his shit back. And that's why I say when I see shit like that, when I see something like that, my brain automatically go into capitalistic mode because how are they thinking? Why is he taking everything out if we was quote unquote coming out of a recession? He took everything out, like 20 something billion. Like put my shit
I
back
think
in
I
my
heard
pocket.
about this.
Bro, him and the nigga that Big Short nigga, he's shorting the market again. I think he lost that bread. I'm gonna quote me on that. He lost that
I
bread
think I
already.
heard about that too.
He lost that bread already. But Warren Buffett withdrew fucking quote unquote. I don't wanna, all his shits. But I think he took out all his assets from whatever companies he invested in. You know why that is?
I don't think it was all of them. I think it might have just been
Majority.
Coca-Cola or something like that. And it's a couple companies he definitely pulled his bread from. And I'm looking at it could be a few scenarios that can be. Maybe he was cutting losses. Some people have like a stop loss price that what I mean. If it we not going past this negative amount and we just selling it. You know what I mean? Or he could have reached a height in his profits and then he had a stop loss to that was trailing his all-time highs. You know what I mean? Because it's like, we don't know how high it's going to go, but I ain't going to let it get past this because I'm at as high as I've ever been, so I'm just going to take this bread. So there's a couple scenarios there, but it could be a scenario we don't even know about. Like, it'd be lobbying and all that going on. It's a whole different conversation.
Nah, definitely hedging shit and all that.
Since we in this financial space, let me throw something on your radar because I know you're big into crypto. I don't know if you knew this, but by the first quarter next year or second quarter, these we about to get like official Bitcoin ETFs. Like, like the financial the hedge funds is what I'm looking for. It's about to be Bitcoin is about to be stamped.
This
like,
is my
it's about
prediction,
to get a stamp.
This is my prediction when it comes to that world, when it comes to that space. Right now, Bitcoin, especially cryptocurrency and Bitcoin, has been a talk of the town recently. You feel me? Recently. And people don't realize that it still hasn't hit its high yet. Its high, I believe, was 64 back in
You talking Bitcoin specifically?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was in Bitcoin hit like 64,000. That's its high at probably a couple years ago. But to your point, I believe personally that it's the same reason I believe that Warren Buffett took all his bread out. I believe that once they get the common people, because remember we mentioned that the whole middle class is about to be technically erased at a certain point, maybe in 10x years, we don't know, 10 years, whatever the case may be. But I believe that they're getting everybody on board, these big financial institutions, because if you can recollect back in 2018 and shit like that, they're telling you not to buy crypto because of this unsafe, unbacked security purposes. So now it's such a FUD around it, to the point where everybody wants to get involved in it. So at the point where everybody gets involved in it, that's the only thing driving this shit back up. And it's not, like I'm telling you, people are fanatically like foaming out the mouth over this shit because they don't even understand what it is. They just hearing about it, hearing what it can do. Oh, it's the new gold, it's the new currency, it's the untraceable currency, da.
Oh, it's getting traced now. You forget about
My thing is, I believe they're getting everybody on the bus, to bring it all the way back down, to correct it, like you said, to wipe out that middle class, because like the average person can invest now. The same reason Warren Buffett, if he bought all his stocks at a certain price, he takes all his money back and the stocks go low again, he can buy or damn near triple his money. That bill, whatever that was, 26 Bs, that should have looked like 40 something. You feel me? So all the stocks would be low.
I think that shit illegal.
Nah, it's back, bro. Ain't nothing in this world illegal, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Cause think about the niggas that make the laws.
I think Elon tried to do that.
With Dogecoin is up, bro.
Oh, maybe it's not illegal. Maybe it's just a tax burden
It's or a loophole, however they
or a loophole.
classify it. But with the Bitcoin thing, I definitely think it's gonna keep going up to a certain point, and then when the ETFs and shit drop, when all the big financial institutions get a hold of it, they're gonna smash that shit. You feel me? And then everybody's gonna sell, and then it is true value because now at this point, Bank of America got all the shit. Fidelity got all the shit. All these big spaces, bro. All these big institutions is tapping into this space, bro. And why would we be equivalent? Like, just think about that. Why would us, the common people, be equivalent with Bank of America and financial institution top 1%ers? You know what I'm saying? But that's just my prediction for probably 2030 for real. That's what they give us when it come to crypto. That's what they give us 2030.
Yeah, you got a decent point there.
I
love to see it through. I wish I had a little more money in crypto than I do. I wish I could continue buying like Ethereum and things like that.
But to your point, bro, that's what I'm saying. That shit it's going to get to the point where you wouldn't get in. You would think you should get in now because it's going up. But like like stocks, you're not supposed to ride the wave. Like you said, when it's crashing, when it's already at its peak.
Mm-hmm.
You want to get on that bitch early and then get out. Get in and get out early.
Right. Buy low, sell high type of thing.
But that's to wrap that up. That crypto talk.
Yeah, I gotta put that back on my radar. But it's been another goodie. Another goodie.
This was on autopilot. This one was on autopilot.
It was a good John though. We gotta definitely talk to Quay though. We gotta come to him with some like questions. Like we got interview Quay. That'd be a good one.
Facts.
Cause I forgot he works for a dealer. Like he's in a cool situation right now, so he know all that behind the scenes shit. So.
Like he be right there.
He be in mad V's. Like
that's what I'm saying. Like he be right on top of shit.
Be in mad V's. So and he got a desk and all that. So I know he know all behind the scenes. So yeah, I'm trying to get Quinn.
Nigga, the desk in the joint. You know you up top. You know you made it.
And I don't even think he sell cars either. Like he doing something else. But yeah, man, there we have it. Episode, was it 9 long-term talks, another goodie, more to come. Try to get a little more consistent. Getting here a little more, but life.
You gonna plan your quarters out? We just talked about it.
Yeah, facts. It's a lot of. Shorty got me doing some 101 things you want to see type John. So we all on that wave.
That's nice.
Little vision board coming, but
that's nice.
Facts, but yeah, episode 9. I appreciate y'all for tapping in. You know what I mean? Until number 10. Good looking bro for coming, you know what I mean? And he'll be back as well. So
for sure.